everybody. Wishing all of you a very good evening and welcome on behalf of upGrad Abroad. We're just waiting for a couple of more attendees to join us and we will start the webinar right away. Thank you for sparing some time on a Wednesday evening and joining us. We will certainly ensure that we add a lot of value to your time here. On behalf of upGrad Abroad, for all of you who are still joining in, wishing you a very warm welcome. We're going to be talking about financing your higher education, about education loans, about scholarships, about fee waivers, and the different kinds of loan schemes, the different rates of interest that you normally get in a bank, and how can an education loan marketplace help you find the right optimum loan provider. Apart from that, we'll also tell you and guide you through some of the most affordable ways to study internationally and yet redeem or leverage the most lucrative benefits like a post-study work visa and secure a great job where the return on investment is pretty large and pretty extensive. At the end of the day, I think for every student who is joining us, they've come here to listen about what point to start applying for a loan, what are some of the documents that are required, which kind of loans could be a secure loan, which of them will not be given as a secure loan and are contingent to collaterals. So we're here to answer all of that. I'm joined here by Mr. Aman Jain, who is the Chief Marketing Officer of GyanDhan, an education loan marketplace that works closely with upGrad. Another 2 minutes and I'll briefly introduce both GyanDhan and upGrad. Again, for everybody else who's just joined in, thank you so much for giving us your valuable time on a Wednesday evening. Please feel free to put down any of the questions that you guys may have. Please use the Q&A button and not the chat box to register all your questions. It is much easier for us to track the Q&A button. It gets very messy to track the chat box. Hi Piyush, hi Roshan, hi Ravneet. Good evening. Yeah, so Ravneet, we definitely let you know the scholarship for bachelor degree in the United States. We'll definitely do that. Hi. MBA Canada, okay. So anybody who's got any question at all, please feel free to ask those questions. Social work PhD program. So here's how we should go about this. Just so everybody knows about this, we're more or less going to be talking about the total cost of the program or an average cost of the program that you like, and which kind of a loan scheme or which kind of documents would you need for that kind of an amount that you're looking to spend for your higher education. This may not exactly be a course counseling webinar. Would rather be a financial advice or a loan advice relevant webinar. Again, for everybody else who's joined in, wishing all of you a very good evening. We're going to talk about 5 different things in the webinar about different kinds of loans and financial schemes. We're going to be talking about the different kinds of affordable undergraduate and postgraduate programs across the world, whether you want to do an MBA or MS or Masters of Engineering. We'll talk about how easy it is to finance your education abroad and how early can you start recovering on your investment, how early can you start reaping a return on the investment. Thirdly, we're going to be talking about the eligibility for different kinds of education loans and collateral options. What collaterals can be given against which you will get an education loan. Fourth is the different kinds of interest rates that you have on education loans, which one is the most befitting for you. And fifth is the pre-visa loan disbursement, in case you want a loan in the case of the United States or UK or Australia, where you have to show a certain amount of funds. How does that work? I think now should be a good time to start. We're at 6:35. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Praneeth. I'm the head of undergraduate admissions at upGrad. I'd also like to introduce upGrad for you. upGrad is an international higher education organization that has, been pursuing a mission of making international education more affordable, more accessible, more flexible for an Indian student, which is why we let all Indian students start their degrees in India on our campus or off our campus. They can do it online, or they can do it in a blended format on an undergraduate level. On a graduate level, for most working graduates, they can start their degrees online in India and then transfer to campus after a few months or 1 year, bringing the cost down of education to almost 60%. So the cost of a regular program, whether it's a bachelor or master's, if it was for half a crore, with us, it's going to be lesser than 20 to 25 lakhs. That's the kind of endeavor or mission that we've largely been working on. Now, to make sure that education is a lot more affordable, a lot more accessible, we have partnered with GyanDhan, that is an education loan marketplace. Aman has been a CXO with GyanDhan, and upGrad has partnered with GyanDhan to ensure that the overall cost of your international education abroad can be easily financed and can be made extremely easy for you to invest and then wait until you start earning to pay off the loan. I'd love to call upon Aman to introduce himself. Hi, Aman. Good to see you and welcome to our webinar.
Hi, Praneeth. Thanks a lot for inviting us in the webinar and giving this opportunity to interact with so many aspirants, so many dreamers who are thinking of making a step change in their career or want to start with a high in their career. So just a quick introduction about GyanDhan and myself. As you mentioned, I am one of the founding members at GyanDhan. GyanDhan we started back in 16. And there is a very interesting story about it. So our CEO himself was studying in Spain. He was doing MBA from IAC Business School, which is one of the top business schools in the world. And he faced problem in arranging finances. Ultimately, he had to arrange money from a bank in Spain. Back in 2016, Indian banks not used to lend to students more than 20 lakh rupees. And that's what triggered the idea of GyanDhan, and that's why after graduating or after completing MBA, Ankit started this along with us. And since then, we have helped tens of thousands of students in getting education loans for various countries, be it US, Canada, Australia, UK, Ireland. And now happy to partner with upGrad to finance the new age courses that you have started, which might completely change how the study abroad is being looked upon from here on. Yeah.
Right, I'm glad to hear from you. So we'd start taking the questions from attendees. I have a lot of them to ask you, but I think we should start with what the attendees want to know. Does the education loan be granted for online MBA programs, Aman? Or any online program on upGrad?
Right. So happy to the fintech wave in India. Now education loans are available for any and every courses, depending on where you are doing from. For example, the courses offered by upGrad, be it for 3 months, 1 year, degree program, non-degree program, all are being financed by players like GyanDhan and more. So yes, definitely for online degree, you can get an education loan, but there the catch is that you can only get an financing for online MBA when the institution from where you are doing the MBA from haven't tie up with one of the fintech player like us. If they don't have the tie up, because these are not the usual programs, so these are not being financed by the traditional lenders, banks like SBI, Bank of Baroda. It has to be a special product that some company has to make to fulfill the financial requirement of that institute's student. So depending on from where you are doing the online MBA, but yes, it can be financed.
Well, just to let all the attendees know, what upGrad does is we let you start your MBA here in India on a very, very, very minimal cost, say about 2.5 lakhs for the first year. And then you transfer abroad for your on-campus year. So you don't need to do a fully online MBA program. You do 1 year or 1 semester of MBA program online, and then you transfer to the campus abroad. Because GyanDhan is partnered with us, they will grant you the loan for the 1 year or the 1 semester that you are spending abroad. So I hope that makes it clear for even for bachelor students, BCA students, BSc students, BBA students, BCom students, or MS students in US, or MBA in Canada, or MBA in the UK, or MBA in Australia. We will make sure that because GyanDhan is partnered with us, any upgrad program that you sign up for is anyway made very affordable by almost a factor of 60%. So instead of the first year being the first year costing you about 15 lakhs, it barely costs you about 2.5 lakhs per year. That's almost close to 15-20% of cost of the entire year, followed by a loan from GyanDhan. So not just easy financing, but we make the programs very, very, very affordable for you. Scholarships in Australia, scholarships in the US. So your scholarships in UK, Australia, US, and Canada largely depends on your academic credentials. The more you have, if you score 8.5 CGPA and above for masters in your bachelor degree, or if you're scoring about 85% in your grade 12 for your bachelor's degree, you do qualify for a lot of different scholarships across Australia, Canada, UK, and Canada. Scholarship program is 2 years very necessary for MBA. It's 2 years very necessary for MBA in Germany, and of course the cost. So the MBA in Germany is a 90 ECTS program, 1.5 years. You don't have to spend all of those 3 semesters in Germany. You can spend 1 semester in India, 2 semesters on campus, or 2 semesters in India, 1 semester on campus. And while the 2 semesters in India would cost you somewhere around 3 lakhs, which can be converted to an easy monthly installment of close to 24-25 per month, GyanDhan is going to lend you the right loan for the last semester, which is about 5.5 to 6 lakhs of rupees. Can we get loan for, I think I'd like Aman to take this. Can we get loan for studying abroad without a collateral? So you may want to answer this, with a perspective of UG and PG both, Aman.
Sure. So I see many students are have started just exploring study abroad and may not be fully aware of what are the loans, what are different kind of loans. So let me just start with giving a brief overview of different kind of loans and which loan fits best for bachelor degrees, which loan fits best for master degrees, and so on and so forth. So primarily, there are 2 kinds of loan for everybody's understanding. One is called secured loan, which is loan with collateral, where you give some sort of a collateral to the lender. Now, collateral can be given we are talking about study abroad loans more than 10-15 lakh rupees. The collateral can be your properties, like residential property or any other property that you own. It can be any FD, fixed deposits. Let's say your parents have maintained a fixed deposit somewhere. We can grant you a loan against that, and that will also be counted on the loan with collateral category only. Now, the second kind of loan is loan without collateral, where you can get loan almost up to 40 lakh rupees. And for almost all the courses in the primary countries, up to 20-25 lakh rupees as well, without collateral, primarily basis the income of your co-applicant. So now, what is a co-applicant? This is a question in question, but so the co-applicant is someone who co-apply with you. So when applying for the loan, you will move abroad. So banks, lenders usually need someone who can be in India, whom they can follow up with, whom they can get in touch with if needed. And that's why they require a co-applicant. Usually, co-applicant is somebody from your family, father, mother, spouse, brother, sisters, cousin, brother, cousin, sister, any close relative can be co-applicant. And preferred is the immediate family member, like father, mother, or cousins, or real brother and sister. Now I will talk a bit more in details about both of this. And let me share my screen for that. Okay, you will have to give me access to share the screen. Okay, I have it. Great.
Yeah, I think you have it. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. So I'll start with the secured loan and then move to the unsecured loan. So now for the secured loan, this is primarily somebody who has a collateral should definitely go for this kind of loans. And for bachelor's degree, secured loans are the most preferred loans. And most of the people who go for a bachelor's degree, they take secured loan only. Having said that, you can also take an unsecured loan for the bachelor degree, but this is the preferred form of loan product that goes in the student's mind when it comes to the study abroad for bachelor's. Now you can get up to 1.5 crore rupees for your education, which is more than sufficient for any kind of education you are taking, you are planning to take up to study abroad. You might want to notice the rate of interest here, and why I'm saying so, because in the next slide, we'll compare it with the unsecured loan. So here you will see that the rate of interest is approximately 8%. For men, it is 8.15%. For women, it is 7.65%. So 8% on an average is the interest rate. Processing fee is also just 10,000 rupees plus property valuation charges. One of the best thing about the secured loan is that you are not required to pay anything while you study. So let's say if you're going for a 2-year course, your repayment will start after 2.5 years. So for this 2 years, you are not supposed to pay anything. In these 2 years, your parents are not supposed to pay anything. And that's the best thing, because you are going abroad with the aspiration of getting a job, earning, doing well in life. Why you don't want to sort of put pressure on your parents to pay EMIs while you are away. So that's one of the best thing about the secured education loan, and that's why we recommend that you should go ahead with the secured education loan as compared to unsecured education. Usually, you should keep 15 to 25 days at disposal for this kind of loans, because the property valuation comes into the picture. We usually get this loan done from the banks like SBI, Bank of Baroda, because those are the one who give the lowest rate of interest. Just want to mention that GyanDhan services are completely free of cost. So we will not, or we don't charge anything from you to get this kind of loans. Now, some might think that, okay, hey, my property value is, whether my property value is sufficient for the loans or not. So as a rule of thumb, if you're looking for a 20 lakh rupee loan, then your property value should be 20 lakh rupees. That's it. It need not be more than that. Even in some cases, it can be less than 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, and we will cover up for you depending on case to case basis. Eligibility criteria is again very simple. Obviously, you should not have defaulted on any loans in the past, you or your family. Second, no more than 4 backlogs. We can, consider up to 6 backlogs as well, but there should be definitely less backlogs in graduation, and all property documents should be in place. So your most of the loans with collateral gets rejected because property papers, and usually in India we get properties from our parents, grandparents, and along the way we do lose some documents. So that is again one of the things that you need to check with GyanDhan, that okay, I have all these documents, are this sufficient for my loan or not? And you can check it at any time. Let's say even if you want to go next year, next to next year, you want to check it today, get in touch with us and get it checked, so that you have sufficient time if there is any discrepancy, we'll get it solved. The process is very simple. I also noticed somebody asked how to get the loan from GyanDhan. As you are attending upgrades webinar, you can let upgrad team know that, okay, hey, you want loan, you want to get in touch with us, or simply you can also visit our website, check the loan eligibility, let our team know that you are planning to do upgrad course or any other course, and we'll help you with that. Once you get in touch with us, we'll evaluate your profile. We'll let you know whether you are eligible for the loan or not. Depending on your profile, we'll give you all the options, be it collateral, without collateral. We'll let you know all the interest rates, and we'll recommend you that, okay, this is the option you should go ahead with. We'll help you in the documentation. We'll help you in the disbursement end to end. So once you get an offer letter from any place to study abroad, then GyanDhan is a place to be, where you can come and get education loans to study abroad. Now, as I said, that there are 2 kinds of loan, and let's talk about unsecured loan now. And As I said, I want you to compare with the secured loan and see yourself why I have been recommending that secured loans are the better loans as compared to the unsecured loans. Now, in unsecured loan, as I mentioned, you can get higher amount depending on your universities. But main reason you need to check is rate of interest. Here you will see the rate of interest, it starts from 10.5% and go as high as 13%. And that is very high. That is the difference of 5%. That is on a loan of 20 lakh rupees, difference of 1 lakh rupees per year, just on the interest. That means in 5 years, these loans will be 5 lakhs more expensive to you as compared to secured loan. Also, processing fee is higher here. One other thing which makes it inferior to the secured loan is you are supposed to pay something while you study. So you are supposed to pay, let's say if you do take an unsecured loan today, you will have to pay some partial interest, simple interest, or even the EMI. And the lender will let you know, depending on your profile, your co-applicant profile, that what loan, whether you have to pay secure simple interest or partial simple interest. Eligibility criteria here varies as compared to the secured loan. In the secured loan, all they look for is the value of the collateral. Whereas in the unsecured loan, they check which country you are going to, which college you are going to. That country and college is in the list of the universities to which they give the loan for or not. Again, GyanDhan helps you finding out that. But the main thing in unsecured loan is the co-applicant income, which I was explaining before. The co-applicant income should be sufficient to pay EMIs. That's what the banks check, because they're giving unsecured loan. They don't know. They want to check if in the worst case, if they have to collect the EMI, can the co-applicant pay the EMI? And just to give you a sense, for a 25 lakh rupees loan, your co-applicant income should be somewhere around 45,000 per month. And that is as per the documents. So one of the major problem that the students face in India, primarily that their co-applicant doesn't have the ITR. And that's why they are not able to prove that they have income. Even they are earning 20-30 lakh rupees a year or 10 to 15 lakh rupees a year. Even after that, they are not able to prove it to the bank or the lender that they earns. So again, would recommend, if you are planning to go abroad looking for an unsecured loan, then check with your co-applicant, check with your family who is going to be a co-applicant, whether they file the ITR or not. If they don't, you still have time. You are planning to go next year, this year, next year, you will file 2-year ITR, and that will give a comfort to any lender out there. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. So comparing both secured and unsecured loan, secured loans are better. Now talking about for which courses, which loans should be preferred or which loans you can get. So for bachelor degree, it's a bit hard to get an unsecured loan unless your co-applicant income is very high. So for the bachelor degree, the secured loans are preferred. For master's degree, for post-graduation degrees, you can get unsecured loan easily, at least up to 20-25 lakh rupees for the kind of courses you are planning to do with upGrad. That can be easily financed with GyanDhan, be it secured or unsecured loan book. So yeah, I think I will stop there and will want to take more questions. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, very comprehensive, and I'm sure that added the most amount of value to everybody who wanted to understand the basics of education loans and what secure and unsecured loan means. Just for us to reiterate what Aman mentioned, that when Gyanthan's helping you with that loan during the course of your study, you don't really have to shell out any money, whereas normal banks typically charge you the simple interest or the interest every month that you're supposed to pay as soon as you start studying. So that's a larger difference. Also, I see a lot of different students here asking about different programs. So let me explain you what upGrad actually does. So upGrad has two kinds of programs that we run here in India for an undergraduate level. Now I'll cover both postgraduate and undergraduate. I'll cover all the scholarships in UK, US, Australia, Canada, and programs in the United States, Canada, Germany, Ireland, France, and England. In undergrad, hear me fine. Yes?
Yeah. So actually there is bit of lag.
Give me a second,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Let me know if it works now.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to ensure that we make all the viewers understand the kind of program portfolio that upGrad has. upGrad has an undergraduate and postgraduate portfolio. Undergrad portfolio includes the United States, Canada, UK, and Australia. In Australia, we've got BBA, BCom, Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Information Technology, Bachelor of Software Engineering, Bachelor of Artificial Intelligence, so on and so forth. So almost every commerce program, every business program, every accounting program, a lot of hospitality programs, and similarly IT, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, software engineering, computer science, Bachelor of Engineering, and business informatics or data science. Everything is there in Australia. Australia, we also have an online MBA program at Deakin University. Similarly, in UK, we've got computer science, data science, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. We've got astrophysics, neuroscience, human biology, game development, all of these. And in business, we've got finance, we've got marketing, we've got film and PR, we've got international business, maritime business, supply chain, all of these degrees in the UK. In the UK, we also have an MBA starting very soon. Now, all the programs that I'm referring to are all covered under the GyanDhan loan scheme, right?
Yeah.
In the US, we've got MS, Master of Science, in New York, in Massachusetts, and in the West Coast as well. We have got Troy University, we've got Clark University, Yeshiva University, South Dakota State University, Northeastern University. We've got, these are for masters. For bachelors, we've got Northern Arizona, Cleveland, University of Idaho, South Dakota State University. All of these are for US MS programs and Bachelor of Engineering or Bachelor of Science programs in the United States. In Canada, we've got MBA in two universities, Carleton in Ottawa and UCW in Vancouver, as well as Canada gives us BBA and BCom degrees and BA degrees in entrepreneurship and leadership. So all of these programs are covered in Canada. All of these are available with loans. Now, a typical bachelor degree in Australia would cost you about 65 lakhs. With upGrad, it costs you lesser than 26 lakhs. Your first year is standard 2.5 lakhs, which can be converted to 12 monthly EMIs. Second and third year are on campus. Your campus years will be given to you with a 25% scholarships. That's almost 9.6 lakhs rupees of scholarship, bringing down the overall cost of your degree to almost 25 lakhs. Likewise, a Canadian degree should cost you about 60 lakhs. With us, the total cost of a Canadian degree would be around 20 to 21 lakhs. Now, a German degree, we've got Masters of Science in Computer Science, Masters of Science in Data Science. We've got MBA and we've got MIM. All of these degrees in Germany are under 10 lakhs. All of them under 10 lakhs of rupees. We have two degrees in Ireland. One is called a Masters of Business Studies and one is called Masters of Data Science. Both of them are going to cost you under 10 lakhs. A loan is available on both of them. In France, we've got Masters of Engineering, both computer engineering and software engineering. Both of them are going to cost you less than about 11 lakhs. MBA in Canada for commerce students should cost you somewhere around $28,000. That's about 18.5 lakhs, plus another 2.75 lakhs. That should be around 20 lakhs. An MBA in Canada would cost you somewhere between 18 to 20 lakhs, right? That's the general idea. If you wanted to study in the United States, we give you about 30% scholarship for your master's and up to 40% scholarship for your bachelor's. For a bachelor's degree in US, we give you up to $30,000 of scholarship. That's almost 25 lakhs of scholarship. Similarly, for your master's, we'll give you 30%, which is about 10,000 US dollars of scholarship, right? will education loan cover the deposit to enter country? I think, how much will it cost for MBA in the US? We do have MBA in the US. It should be somewhere around 20 lakhs, 20 odd lakhs. So somewhere, so our US Masters of Science degrees or any master's degree with us in the United States is about 17,000 to 23,000 US dollars. Clark University's fee is about 17,000 US dollars, which is close to roughly 16 lakhs of rupees for your entire master's degree. Yeshiva University, New York, that should be around 20 lakhs a year. That's almost 23,000 US dollars plus 2.75 lakhs. Yeah, so approximately 20 lakhs for Yeshiva, about 16 lakhs for Clark MS. Northeastern fee is going to be similar. On-campus fee in Germany is almost 5,500 euros. That's almost 4.5 lakhs, right? Per semester. In India, per semester cost is 1.5 lakhs. So you can cover 2 semesters in India and move abroad, or 1 semester in India and move abroad, right? Yes, for project management. So let me give you all the examples. So for US, we have Masters of Science in Data Science, in Project Management and Data Analytics. We've got a Masters of Science in IT. We've got a Masters of Science in Artificial Intelligence. We've got a Master of Science in Cybersecurity. For Canada, like I told you, we've got MBA. In UK, we've got MBA, right? I'm sorry, we had a power cut here. If Aman is here, I'd like Aman to take this question for us, please. Aman, we have a question that says, is the cost of transferring abroad also covered in an education loan?
Right. So I think that's a very good question. Usually when people think that, okay, usually and especially for the undergrad degree, that's what people get, that in the education loan, the tuition fee is covered. But abroad education is completely different ballgame. In abroad education loan, everything is covered. It includes, let's say, if you are going for abroad education, you want to buy a good laptop, you want to fly out, tickets to for any flight that you want, your rent there, even you want to eat a burger there, you can get it financed via GyanDhan. Everything and anything, any expense related to abroad education is covered under education loans these days. The only thing is that you have to let us know beforehand. It cannot be the case that, let's say, you are applying for an education loan and you are saying, I need education loan for tuition fee, and tomorrow you come to us and say that now I need money for my flight tickets as well. So you need, and that's why it's very important to plan in advance that, okay, what will be the total cost? And usually people don't do that. People just think, okay, hey, tuition fee is this and that's it. They don't calculate the small cost that comes along. And it's a great thing to do it in an Excel, all the cost, that, and total it down and see that, okay, now it is coming to 25 lakh. I have 3 lakhs at my end, I have 5 lakhs at my end, I need 20 lakh rupees from the bank. And then give bank the sort of distribution of that cost, that I need 15 lakh for, or 12 lakh for my tuition fee, 5 lakh for my rent, 2 lakh for my travel on daily basis, 1 lakh, 2 lakh for my food, everything. So everything is covered.
Right, Aman. The second thing is, countries like Canada and Germany normally ask for a certain amount of deposit for living expenses. Does education loan cover that as well?
Yeah. Yes. So when you apply for countries like Canada, Germany, you have to deposit money in the block account.
Absolutely.
Or the GIC account in Canada. So yes, once the education loan gets sanctioned, we'll disburse the money that is supposed to go to the deposit account directly to those accounts, and that is covered.
Right. So we want to talk about interest rates, but I remember you've covered that already. So we jump to the pre-visa loan disbursement. How does that work? So if a student is thinking right now about transferring to campus abroad in September or fall of 22, how early can they be reaching out to you for a pre-visa loan disbursement for US, for Canada, for Australia, for UK?
Sure. So usually the loan that you get are valid for 6 months. So let's say you get a loan sanction today, you can apply for the disbursements in any time in next 6 months. So if you are planning for September, let's say 2022, maybe April or something, you can start applying for the education loans. Just because we're talking about it, you don't necessarily need an offer letter to apply for an education loan. You can apply for an education loan and saying that I'm applying here. I'm planning to go to Canada, this college, this course. So you will get a conditional sanction letter that, okay, hey, given you get an admit from this college for this program, your sanction letter is approved. In fact, many students use those to show the proof of funding at various colleges wherever needed. Now, in terms of the disbursement, when you get an admit, get an education loan sanction, you can apply for disbursement anytime after that, provided it is necessary. For example, for Canada, Germany, you need to have money in the GIC account or block account. So anytime, be it 3 months before, 4 months before, you can apply and we will get it done. Only thing is that you need to optimize it in such a way that you are not late to apply, so that you have sufficient time to process the visa, but you're not applying so early that because the moment we disburse the money, the interest charge starts. So if the money is not needed for another 2 months, and if you're getting 10 lakh rupees from us 2 months in advance, then you are paying 2 months extra interest for that. So it's just, you will have to optimize it in such a way.
Absolutely. I think that makes a lot of sense. What should be the cost of someone wants to pursue the whole program for Germany? Roughly, the whole program should cost you about somewhere between 15 lakhs. But we recommend you move to Germany after 1 semester in India. That puts you in an easy position. The good part is you can start right away. You don't have to then adhere to normal intakes. But agar aap Germany, if you start now, you will have to adhere to the September intake. What we recommend is, rather than waiting till September, finish your 6 months and then go in September straight in second semester. That way, your entire course of education is going to be priced at around less than 7.5, 8 lakhs. Do we have any scholarships for master in Germany? Well, Germany is already very, very, very subsidized. It's 1.5 lakh per semester. So what more scholarships would you need on 1.5 lakhs a semester, right? Will loan amount cover only educational expenses, or will it cover living expenses? So I'd let Aman take that call.
Sure. As we already covered, everything and anything you need, rent, food, travel, laptop, everything is covered in education loan, provided you have to ask it for it.
Right, Aman, thank you.
Yeah.
What about the amount to be shown in bank? So like Aman had mentioned, if you're looking for a UG loan, you may want to have it in a secured manner, which means a collateral has to be submitted against which you get an equivalent amount. But if you're talking about masters, I'll let Aman take the call. Although he has answered this, I can still ask him to bounce this off one more time.
Sure. So the question is,
how much amount does you need to show in the bank? Sure, I'm not sure if he or she means for the visa or for Aman to give us the loan. How much amount should you have?
So yeah, to get a loan, you don't need money in your account. If you have the money in the account, why would you need the loan? Right. Now coming to for the visas for the universities. So usually what all the universities want to look at, or the visa authorities wants as a concept, they want that it shouldn't be the case that you reach there and you don't have money, right? So that it doesn't go well with them. Obviously. So in that case, what they want is that they want to just understand how you are planning your finances. Now, you can very well say that while applying for the visa that I am self-financing it. In that case, they would want to know whether that much amount is available in your bank account or not. But that's not the option many students go for. The other way is having a sanction letter from a bank or from a NBFC or lender, where we give you a sanction letter saying that we have sanctioned this much amount for this customer, for this student. And that sanction letter is valid almost across the countries. And that will be a valid proof of fund. And again, you don't need that money in the account necessarily, except for the countries like Canada, Germany, where they need it in the GIC account, which will anyway disburse.
Right, Aman. What's the limit for the loan I can get without collateral? Am I getting from bank or from upGrad? So Bharat, I'd let Aman take that, but just so you know, upGrad is not going to be lending you loans, nor is GyanDhan going to be lending you. So we're an education loan marketplace. So GyanDhan also lends loan on its own, but what it will give you is a fair comparison between all the options that you have that suit you and help you pick one and process it for you.
Yeah.
I'd let Aman add if he has something to add.
Sure. So just to answer, you can get up to 50 lakh rupees without collateral, but that depends on which university you are going to. So you are not going to get 50 lakh rupees to study in Germany because the cost of education there itself is low. 20-25 lakh rupees is sufficient for almost all kind of education. So for practical purpose, you should be able to get your entire fee as non-collateral loan, provided your co-applicant has the sufficient income to bear the EMI's repayment during the time you study abroad. Now coming, who will lend the money? As Pranit mentioned, upGrad won't. upGrad is an education edtech company. GyanDhan works, though GyanDhan is a lender, but we work in the marketplace model. That means when you come to us, we'll give you all the options. So we work with the State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, international lenders. So we work with some lenders based out of US, UK. So we'll give you all the options in hand. We'll let you know which option means what, because it's a very big thing. It's like one of the costliest product that you will ever buy in your life, apart from the maybe home loan in future. You are buying a product worth 20-25 lakh rupees. So you need to do your due comparison as equivalent to what we do when we buy an iPhone or any mobile. We compare the prices across the platform, whether I'm getting discount on Amazon, Flipkart, or maybe offline or any other discount coupon going on. Similarly, for abroad education loan also you need to do so, and especially this is 100 times more costlier than a mobile phone that we take. So we do all sort of comparison, let you know which is the best option as per us, as per our 6 year of experience in the industry, and then help you getting the loan end to end, including the documentation, disbursement, and the repayment. So let's say 3 years down the line, you're facing problem in closing your loan, approach GyanDhan and that will be solved. Yeah. So just, yeah.
Yeah, Aman, the other thing that they've asked is, what are the criteria one should have to get a full scholarship for MBA? Well, a full scholarship is almost like a distant dream that anybody can see. I mean, it's hardly given to 1 or 2 students in a batch, and I've never heard that.
Yeah.
You know, 100% scholarship is a very exceptional, exclusive scenario where you are exceptionally carrying a profile suited and tailored to the kind of program that you are pursuing, and that if you're adding a lot of value to the program, a lot of value to the classroom. 100% scholarship is not impossible, but it is seldom given, in a manner that has a specific criteria set. It's normally 30%, 40%, sometimes it's even 60%, but 100 I've never really seen too much of. What if the collateral is required is already used for a different loan? Can that be used for the education loan as well? I'd let Aman take that.
Sure. So that's a very common use case. Usually, if I have a property, or usually I take a home loan to buy a home. So let's say we have taken a home loan and you're paying EMIs for that. It has been quite few years while you are servicing your loan. And now you want education loan. Now you don't have another property. So what happens in that case is, what we look at is what is the value of your property. Let's say your value of property is 30 lakh rupees and you have a loan of 10 lakh rupees on that as a home loan. So you can get another 20 lakh rupees on the same property, provided, because you cannot have collateral papers at 2 different lenders. So you will have to shift home loan as well to the provider who is giving you the education loan. They will give you the exact same rates on the home loan, and over the top of that, you will get an education loan as well. And obviously, we'll get everything done in this case as well. So you can get on the same property another loan, depending on if you have the 30 lakh rupee property, already 30 lakh rupees loan is on that, then you will not be able to get another loan on the same property.
Got that, Aman.
Yeah.
For Clark University, how much amount of unsecured loan can we take? So just to give you a ballpark, Aman, Clark University's fee is roughly 13 lakhs, 12.5, 13 lakhs. So, well, just for you guys to know, sometimes it's very difficult for Aman to come to a conclusion just on a base of a question. I can still ask him if, I mean, you will have to reach out to us. We'll connect you to Aman with all your details. because he needs to know a lot of things, but I can still bounce it off Aman.
I'll just check it out. It's Clark University, right?
Yeah, Clark University in Massachusetts, Worcester.
Right. So I can see, I quickly checked it in my database. You can almost easily get up to 30 lakh rupees without collateral for this university, provided your co-applicant income is somewhere around 55,000 rupees.
I hope that answers their question. So there were two of them for Clark.
Yeah.
What is the collateral required if already used for a different loan can be? So this is done. If I apply for a loan repayment period of 15 years, but if I get a job worth to pay in 1 year, is that accepted by bank?
Yeah. So that's a very interesting question, Praneeth. What usually happens when you take a car loan, home loan, they don't allow you to pre-close it. If you pre-close it, then they charge you a penalty on the top of that. But education loan is not like that. Education loan is, okay, we are happy you got a great job. You can repay the entire amount in one go. Please repay it. And you will save money on the top of that, the interest that would have been charged if the money was outstanding. So you can repay it anytime you want. No extra cost, no pre-closure charges, nothing. Yeah.
Right. So Manan has asked, can I get my Masters of Science course in Clark University without collateral? So Aman did mention that 30 lakhs is something that you are entitled to as a student of Clark, provided your co-applicant salary is 55,000 rupees a month.
Yeah.
Right. What are the criteria one should have? So this is done. Can we put a relative's property as a collateral for secured loan? Would that mean the relative then becomes a co-applicant, Aman?
Yeah. Okay. So good thing about the secured loan is that the property can be of any third person. In fact, we have done few loans where friend's property was used to get the loan. Yeah, that must be the equation there, but we have done such loans and it is acceptable. Just in the secured loan, unsecured loan, it needs to be related. But secured loan, because you are giving the property, banks don't care if you have blood relation with that person or not.
Right. And so this should not also become an issue with the visa, right? I mean, regardless.
Yeah. No.
Okay, got that. And then we've got another question. Can we claim ATE tax deduction?
Yeah. So ATE tax deduction, primarily you can get when you apply for an education loan from a bank. Now, in the market, there are different kind of lenders. There are banks, there are NBFCs, which is called non-banking financial companies. These are private institutions which are allowed to lend, but these are not banks. So one famous example I can give is Muthoot Finance, as everybody keep hearing. They are a NBFC, they are not a bank. The difference between a bank and NBFC is that for NBFC, okay, so for bank, you can have a deposit account in the bank. You can have a saving account in the bank, but in NBFC, you cannot have a savings account. So if you take a loan from the bank, then you can get tax benefit out of it. And that is another reason why you should prefer banks, our NBFCs, and secured loan, our unsecured loan, because banks usually give secured loan. And yes, if you take that, considering the tax benefit you will get, your interest rate will be further reduced. The effective interest rate for a secured loan from banks like State Bank of India is 5%, because they are already giving it 8%, assuming your parents are in 30% tax bracket. So your 30% tax that you must have paid to the government, now you're not supposed to pay that. So effectively, your effective interest rate is 8 into 7, 5.6%. That is what you will get. So again, that's a great thing that Indian government has given you as an option.
Right, Aman. Just seeing if there are other questions that you can take. Just wanted somebody here wants to understand, is a non-secured loan doable for undergraduation?
Right. So
secured loan
up to 25 lakh rupees, yes, it is doable, but there the income requirement is a bit high. So for a 25 lakh rupees loan, the income per month of the co-applicant should be 75,000 for the undergrad loan. As I said, undergrad loan are because usually people then do masters after that. They don't usually directly go for jobs, especially when they do abroad undergrad. That's why banks see them as more risky, and that's why they want a more stable co-applicant in such cases. But yes, you can get on 25 lakh rupees without collateral, provided your co-applicant income is 75,000 rupees per month.
We have a question, Aman. Before we move to the chat box, there's one Q&A box question that says, the loan process for MBA from IUBA Germany, the International University of Applied Sciences, GyanDhan, we'd love to know what all will be covered. Like Aman mentioned, everything that you need to be covered will be covered. Germany fee structure, Aman, just for you to know, is about 5,500 euros. That's essentially about 4.5 lakhs plus another 3 lakhs, so about 7.5 lakhs for an MBA degree. So I hope that can be given as a loan, right?
Yeah, that can. So anything, so with trust, so I will, so is that it? Is that the question?
Yeah, that's all she asked. What is the processing fee also? She asked processing.
Sure. So GyanDhan can help you getting a loan more than 7.5 lakh rupees. That is our lowest limit. Any loan amount greater than 7.5 lakh rupees can be processed via GyanDhan. So let's say even if you need less, you can get it sanctioned for 7.5 lakh rupees and you can use less. That's fine. But that's the limit that we have as per the policy. And yes, you can get that unsecured loan of 7.5 lakh rupees as well. The processing fee will be very less in that case, almost approximately 7,000-8,000 rupees. Again, this processing fee is being charged by the bank, by the lender. GyanDhan doesn't charge anything. Our services are free of cost. Approximately the processing fees are 1% of the loan amount, except for the public sector banks where they just charge a straight 10,000 rupees. So I hope that answers the processing fee question and the eligibility criteria. Somebody looking for loan less than 7.5 lakh rupees, as per the IBA regulation, Indian Banking Association regulation, you can approach any bank and they should be able to give you up to 7.5 lakh rupees without collateral. So you can approach any bank, even the branch near your house, and you should be able to get less than 7.5 lakh rupees.
Right, Aman, thank you. Can you please specify the funding and also the amount of scholarship for MBA courses? So for MBA, we give you about 20 to 30% of scholarship, which is already a part of your general fee. So it's not just a scholarship, but rather it's a more affordable, a lower bracket cost for all of the students who come for MS programs in the United States. So we bring down the cost by almost 30%, which is sometimes the highest scholarship that universities give out. Interest rates for masters and MS clerk. So Aman had mentioned the rate of interest. I'll still bounce this off him.
Sure. So for a secured loan, the rate of interest is just 8%. So 8.15% for men, 7.65% for women. For unsecured loan, it starts from 10.5% and can go as high as 13%. Usual, the median interest rates are 11.5 to 12%.
Got that. Let me take some questions from the chat box. The eligibility criteria for MBA. So you need a 50% marks in your bachelor's, after which you will be enrolled to a postgraduate diploma with IMT, where you need to have at least 70% marks to enter into the University Canada West, right? Which is about 20 lakhs rupees of degree. I'd let Aman check for us that in University Canada West, how much can an unsecured loan go up to? University Canada West in Vancouver. When does the semester for Germany start? So semester for Germany will start in March. Can student loan be taken without any mortgage? He has mentioned that. Total cost for studying masters in Canada should be about 15-16 lakhs for a year. Do you have any plans for research? Okay, not relevant. What's the limit for loan I can get? So Aman mentioned that the loan limit depends on the university, right?
Yeah.
The university. Am I getting from bank? So we've answered that. Can I use my salary as a collateral, Aman?
No, because you will be going abroad, and salary is not something like you can leave the job, you can get fired. So it's not a fixed thing. So you cannot use salary as the collateral. Yeah.
Got that. MBA program in Germany, like I mentioned to you, Aman has been mentioning to you, MBA program will cost you 7.5, 8 lakhs for 3 semesters. Aman did mention that 25 lakhs is the maximum limit of unsecured loan that you can take up. Contingent to how much does the co-applicant earn? Yes, Aman?
Yeah, right. So for like you can for 10 lakh rupees or 7 lakh rupees, all you need is co-applicant earning 25 to 30,000 rupees per month. That's it.
Okay. What are the scholarships available for masters? So scholarship, we've got MS in IT, MS in project management, MS in data science that give you 30% of scholarship. Then we've got an MBA and Masters of Engineering that give you about 10,000 Canadian dollars of scholarship. If I have 1 year finance, so the bank will give the rest finance. Yeah. So you need to have first year on EMI, and then the bank can transfer the rest of the money to a loan. The next question is, we need to calculate whole course amount and take loan at home. Yes, so Aman mentioned, and I think I can just reiterate for him. Your loans are mentioned based on the offer letter that you give to GyanDhan, where it's mentioned which university, how much is the fee structure, and on top of that, the GyanDhan team decides how much loan can be given to who all. I hope I didn't miss out anything, Aman.
Yeah, I think you covered it. Yeah.
Could you please roll back to the secured and unsecured loan slide for the sake of screen capture? Yes, I'd request Aman if you could please do that.
Sure.
Which universities are tied up with upGrad? So I'll start from, just if you could just give me 1 minute, Aman, I'll just walk them through. In Australia, we've got Deakin, University of Canberra, Curtin University, Torrens University, and James Cook University. For bachelors, for masters, we've got Deakin. In UK, we have got University of Plymouth, Keele, University of Essex, Manchester Metropolitan, and Sunderland. In America, we've got Northern Arizona, Cleveland State University, Yeshiva University, Clark University, South Dakota State University, Northeastern University. We've got Troy University, all of that. We've got Bridgeport. In Canada, we've got University Canada West, we've got Yorkville University, and we have got Carleton University. And then Case Western Reserve University also. I hope I answered your question. I think I'd let Aman take the lead for this. Do we have masters in data science?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Do we have masters in data science in UK? Can we get scholarships? We've got masters in data science in America. You can get a 30% scholarship. So almost 10,000 US dollars is what you're going to be saving. Now I'll let Aman take the baton and take this forward.
Sure. So one thing that was only to share the screen to show the secured loan and unsecured loans. I hope anybody wants to take the screenshot can take. So this is the almost secured loan, entire thing on the secured loan. I would also recommend anybody wants to learn more about loans, secured loan, more details. GyanDhan has a YouTube channel where most of my videos are there, where we explain in details each and everything. So you can subscribe and can watch whenever you need. And the next is unsecured loan. Again, unsecured loan, as I have been mentioning again and again, depends on the college and country you are going to. So this is a very generic slide covering broadly everything. But now it might happen that here it is written 50 lakh rupees, but that is for top universities, 25 lakh rupees for almost all the universities and courses.
Right, Aman, thank you so much. Let me take up some more questions for you.
Yeah.
Can I and my brother both get loan on the same collateral, provide the property valuation is more than the loan needed? Yes. So
yes,
Aman,
you can.
That as long as the cumulative loan amount is lesser than the total value of the collateral, it's doable.
Yeah.
You shared the PDF which you are sharing on screen. So Tahir, I will ask Aman if he can share these two slides. Any on-campus for masters in Australia? We've got Deakin, we've got Canberra, we've got Curtin University, we've got James Cook University, we've got Torrens. If I study 1 year abroad, then how many years of grace period would I get from an education loan? Well, you don't get grace periods. At the end of the day, if your degree is for 3 years, 1 year you've covered in India, the last 2 years you have to show GyanDhan the amount of expenses you expect to incur beyond academic costs, and your collaterals are considered, and then a final figure is given to you. So I'd
No, so
still.
I think, Pranit, the grace that means is the grace in the repayment. So what they're talking about is the moratorium period.
Okay, got it.
Right,
Which should be 6
which
months?
would be 6 months. In the case of secured loan, that means your repayment will start after completion of your degree plus 6 months. Whereas in unsecured loan, you have to pay at least interest per month from day one, but your EMI can start after 1 year. So EMI amount will start after 1 year in unsecured loan, but you have to pay interest per month in the unsecured loan. In the secured loan, it starts after 6 months.
Right. Thank you so much. Let me take up the other chat box questions also. What will it cost for 1 semester in Germany? It's about 2 lakhs of rupees. And then after 1 semester, you can transfer to campus for 1 full year, 2 semesters. I can ask Aman if the 2 semesters cost them about close to 9,000 euros. Yes. Just let me know how much is it going to, how much loan are they entitled to? So about 9,000 euros should be about 7.2 lakhs, right?
Plus the living expenses and the other expenses, you can get, as I mentioned, up to 10 lakh rupees. Like higher limit is 25 lakh rupees. So any amount lesser than that you can get.
Got that.
Yeah.
With that being said, I hope we answered your question. So, Bharat, the whole setup has changed. So there are 2 kinds of MBAs right now. One MBA that IU Germany gives is for a 4-year bachelor degree holder, which is a 60 ECTS 1 year long MBA program, 1 semester in India, 1 semester abroad, right? I'm sorry, right? So the second MBA is 1 semester in India, 2 abroad in Germany. Now for MSCS, you want to do 3 semesters in India, 1 semester in Germany. German semester is going to be roughly 4,500 euros. So Aman mentioned, so let me tell you the full cost of living plus academic. So 3.5 lakhs of academic costs. Living expenses are largely going to be 600 to 800 euros a month. 600. Largely, it's going to be somewhere around about 6.5 lakhs of rupees, right?
Yeah.
Including living expenses. So Aman mentioned that you can easily get a loan up to 10 lakhs. Yeah. Very easy, very easy. And the upper limit is 25 lakhs, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
And this you're saying is an unsecured loan?
Unsecured loan. Obviously, co-applicant income is one of the filter criteria.
Which has to be 55,000 rupees?
For 25 lakh rupees loan.
Yes.
And for 10 lakh rupees, just 30,000 rupees is also fine.
For MS and Clark, yes. So Aman mentioned that if you want to include any living expenses in your loan, we can grant you that. However, up to 25 lakhs of unsecured loan can be given. And that depends on how much is it that you want to manage on your own, how much loan would you want to take. What about block amount? Yes, Aman mentioned that block amount is also covered. A block amount should be about close to 10,000 euros, but if you're just asking for 1 semester, I can recheck how much block amount is it. But normally for a German student visa, a 10,000 euro block amount is required. I think Aman can throw more light on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a standard. I would need to check if somebody is going just for 1 semester, then if that changes. Otherwise, it's $10,000 approximately.
So Mana mentioned, can we do some part-time job while studying in masters? Well, that's one. Well, Manan, no block amount for US. Part-time jobs, yes. In fact, most of our master programs in US, Canada, Germany, Ireland, France are designed for working professionals only. So the biggest benefit of starting your degrees here in India is that you can easily you continue working in India, gain that experience, and then after 1 year you transition to the campus abroad. Spouse allowed on student visa to Germany. While this question is very specific, I'm giving you my email address. You may want to write an email to me and I can
Means
connect
just to give an answer to that question, yes, like there you will need to apply for another visa for your spouse, obviously, but there is a way. But yeah, specifics, obviously, Pranit, you can email later.
Yeah, I can definitely connect them to my visa team. Also, the process where to block account is covered by upGrad. Yes. So it has been an absolute pleasure hosting you, Aman. Just as a summary of the entire thing, I hope everybody got a good insight into secured and unsecured loans. To sum up, to wrap up, just to ensure that you know what the concept is, upGrad helps you start your degree in India at almost 80 to 90% fee waiver, which means instead of spending 10, 15, 20, 25 lakhs on your first year, you can easily cover that in India in about 2.5 lakhs. Then move to campus abroad for the second, third, or fourth year, depending if it's a bachelor program or a master's degree program. And then where you have to pay the full fee. The point being that not only do we let you start in India, but it brings down the total cost of your degree to less than close to 50%. So you're spending almost half the money, getting a full degree, getting all your post-study work rights, getting additional grace period, as Aman mentioned, for a secure loan of 6 months after your degree ends. When you start working, most of our universities have a 96 to 100% employability, right? And a general return on investment of a standard degree in a US, instead of 1 crore, it is now costing you under 35 lakhs. Your initial salaries are about 45 to 50 lakhs. So you're almost reaching 100% ROI there. In Australia, your final degrees with upGrad is going to cost you about 25 lakhs. Your early salaries can be about 66 to 67,000 Australian dollars. So you're spending 25, earning about 40 lakhs, after which you can start paying off your loan. A Canadian degree is going to cost you somewhere around 19, 20 lakhs instead of 65 lakhs. So not only are you finishing it pretty affordably, but your average return on investment is going to be about 25, 30 lakhs. So easy 100% ROI. Likewise is the case for UK. You're spending about 25 lakhs and your early salaries are going to be between 36 to 40,000 pounds. So 35 to 40 lakhs of rupees. That's an ROI that you get. So yes, Manan, your loan disbursement or your loan eligibility is always calculated. Can be calculated on a ballpark by Aman right now, but to disburse the loan, he will need your offer letter, of course. That is a given, right? Aman, just a final question from you. How is the loan disbursed? As in, what part of the loan goes straight to the university? What part of the loan stays with the applicant?
So the general rule is whatever the bank can send directly to the end use case, they will send it to the end use case. For example, tuition fee, they will directly send it to the university. They will send you the UTR, which you can then pass it on to the university that this money must have received. For block account, directly will go to the block account. Now for the rest of the expenses, they will give it to you in your account. Most of the banks gives you a prepaid kind of a card, in which they will give you, let's say, if you want 3 lakh rupees, they will deposit it 3 lakh rupees, which you can use as a debit card for any kind of day-to-day expenses, travel, eat, or something.
Thanks, Aman. I hope that answered most of the question. Sumana, please write to Aman on his email ID or to me. All starts from you reaching out to us. We reach out to Aman, we help you, let you know the eligibility, followed by upGrad helping you with your direct or hybrid application to universities, after which you get an offer letter, after which Aman can finally be contacted for a loan disbursement, right? Not only do we get you through all the universities that are listed on our website, but also help you with almost 1,000+ universities across the world, right? wishing all of you a great evening ahead. I hope um, Aman and I could be instrumental in helping you address your finance related questions. Yes, Ronica, good that you asked me. Our website is upgradabroad.com. Please visit that. And for all the universities that I mentioned that are not yet, they're going to be launched very, very, very soon. In fact, all US and new UK universities that I mentioned are going to be launched this month. Stay tuned. We have a very interesting brand campaign also going live in a few days. Hope you enjoy that. We're wishing all of you a great evening ahead. Thank you so much. And thanks, Ronica. Just let me know if you have any doubt. You can write to me. I can give you further details of the universities that we're trying to bring. Thanks, Aman, for your time.
Thank you, Pranit. It was wonderful interacting with you and having so many questions from the audience. I wish all the best to all the aspirants, and really happy to be associated with upGrad and the kind of programs that you're in.
Thank you, Aman. Yes, it is absolutely fulfilling to ensure that students who aspire to study abroad can finally do it way more affordably. And the two of our organizations are playing an effective role and are, sort of exhibiting a guiding force to these learners who want to start, planning for their journeys abroad. It's very fulfilling that studying abroad is now a lot more accessible, and we will ensure that we stay on the mission. Aman and I are going to be doing another space very soon to help you understand more of the finance or loan related queries. Thank you so much, everybody. Wishing all of you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Very good evening. Shruti, here is my ID. I will send you a recording on YouTube for all of these conversation topics as well. Thank you so much. Wishing everybody a very good evening.